At this time, I call to order regular governing board meeting. At this time, I call to order the regular governing board meeting. We're gonna start with the Pledge of Allegiance by, um, Gaed Rodriguez.
Please stand for I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the on which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call.
Governing Board President Ms. Maria Guzman.
Present.
Governing Board Clerk Ms. Maria Hernandez.
Present.
Governing Board Member Mr. Rudy Santa Cruz.
Present.
Governing Board Member Ms. Patricia Jimenez.
Present.
And Governing Board Member Mr. Harry Gerwel.
Present.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item is adoption of the agenda, approval of November 14, 2024 regular governing board meeting agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second. Call for the vote.
Madam President, I'm still trying to log in here.
Mr. Gerwel, I'll take your verbal vote.
Okay, aye.
Motion carries. Next item, approval of minutes, approval of October 17, 2024 public hearing and regular governing board meeting minutes. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second? Any, discussion, questions? Call for the vote. Motion carries. Next item, governing board report, Ms. Hernandez.
I have no report, Madam President. I just have comment. Just want to welcome everybody here this evening to this special old stomping ground of mine. This is my first school I worked at as an employee for Isaac School District, so this has special meaning to me. It looks very nice. Everything has changed to the better. It looks so, Mr. Jimenez, you've done a magnificent job here and keeping things up very well around here. Want to welcome everyone that's here this Saturday here with us to support your school and your students. Buenas tardes, quiero darles gracias a todos que están aquí ahorita. Esta escuela es una de las primeras escuelas que yo trabajé cuando entré en este distrito y tiene su sentimiento conmigo muy cercana. Y le quiero dar gracias a todos que estén aquí apoyando a sus hijos, su educación de su escuela de sus hijos y también a decirle a Mr. Jiménez lo bueno que ha hecho él aquí en esta escuela. Se mira muy bien, todo está bien, el mantenimiento está excelente. Y es todo, no tengo yo reporte más que recibirlos bien.
Thank you. Mr. Santa Cruz.
Thank you. I just want to welcome everybody here. I appreciate everybody that's your parents that show up. It's shows that you really care for our school and the community. The school is very close and dear to me. I graduated from here in 1962. That's a long time ago. As my grandkids would say, Grandpa, you are old. But that's okay though. So that's it from my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is me. I just want to welcome everyone here tonight. Thank you for coming. I also want to give thanks for the community for trusting and re-electing me. We're going to continue working with our students, our school, and the community. As we settle into this fall season, we're reminded of the importance of the community, the gratitude, and the support for one another, especially as we approach the holidays. This is the time when we reflect on what truly matters, our students, our family, and our hardworking staff who makes a difference every day. Thank you for your ongoing dedication to our schools and our community, and thank you for coming. Mr. Gerwell?
Yes, Madam President, thank you. I too want to congratulate Mrs. Hernandez for getting reelected and also yourself, Ms. Guzman, and Mr. Santa Cruz. Also have a special place at J.B. Sutton. You may or may not know this, but in 1979, my wife and Mr. Leva were actually the ones that ended up developing the mascot, the tiger, under Mr. Dunn when he was principal there. And then my son graduated from J.B. Sutton School, then went on to Carl Hayden from there. So, that holds a special place also. Also, just wanted to bring up a couple of things that I'll be looking towards in the future. The first one is Proposition 314, which passed, which essentially is going to be the equivalent to SB 1070 for those of you that lived through that before. So we're going to have to be really on our toes because of the way that it's structured. Essentially, everyone is deputized to be able to round up people that they think are undocumented. So in our community, it's going to be even that much more difficult just because of the way we look. And then the last thing I want to bring up is because of the new administration, elections have consequences. And former President Trump is looking at demolishing the Department of Education. And even though it only gives us 10% of the funds for our school district, it is where the Title I dollars come from. So that could be pretty significant. So just a couple of things on the horizon that I think we need to keep our eyes on. With that, Madam President, that concludes my report.
Thank you. Next, Ms. Jimenez.
Thank you. Buenas noches, bienvenidos. Gracias por estar aquí. Me encanta venir a las escuelas, como siempre lo he dicho. Estoy entusiasmada de ver la presentación. Good evening, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm looking forward to the presentation. I love coming to the schools. I'm going to read a couple of things really quick. First of all, I want to congratulate to my colleagues who have been reelected for another 4-year term. The community has spoken, and we will respect their decision. I am pleased to say that we continue to maintain a quorum on our board. While some members have been different motivation, some may have different motivations, we still hold the majority focus on our core value mission. It is crucial that we concentrate on moving forward. The longevity of some of us board members, some serving for over 15 years, speak to the importance of consistency in leadership. This continues to allow us to achieve meaningful results and provide unwavering support to our superintendent. We must remember why we're here: to serve our students, community, and not pursue personal agendas. I acknowledge that some board members may have won based on name recognition rather than active campaigning. Regardless, I commit to respecting the community's choice. I want to emphasize that I will continue to serve to move the district forward as long as that I serve on this board. I will do everything in my power to prevent any setbacks. We must progress, not backslide, despite of any internal conflicts to attempt to remove certain colleagues from my board. Let us focus on true purpose why we're here. Our primary responsibility is to our students and our community. This should guide us in all the decisions and actions that we make. As we move forward, I call on all board members to set aside personal differences and work together for the betterment of our educational system. Together, we could create a positive change and ensure a brighter future for those we serve. I just wanted to say that because we need to continue moving forward. I love Isaac, and we all do, and we're here for the same reasons. We're here to serve you, to serve your students, and we're going to continue doing that. So thank you again, and congratulations for being reelected. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is superintendent update, Dr. Ventura.
Madam President, members of the board and Isaac community, on October 13th, the Isaac District Educational Association and the Heart of Isaac Community Center held their 6th annual costume event, a true celebration of community and spirit. The gathering offered kids and families exciting selections of donated costumes, essential resources, and pet supplies, and also much more. The event was a huge success, bringing joy and fun to the families throughout the area. We extend our heartfelt thanks to all partners, including Costco, the Arizona Animal Welfare League, ASU's Design Studio, Community Solutions, and other organizations that participated in the event. Together, we made a meaningful and a meaningful impact in our community. On October 24th, we held a resource day at the Heart of Isaac Community Center. That event was also very successful. That Resource Center Day brings essential support and resources to local families and community members. Attendees receive fresh produce, health screenings, and access to other services available within our community. Thanks to all the collaborating community partners that participated. Again, we really appreciate their support in these events. We had our staff health fair on October 7th. We all came together at Pueblo del Sol, a day focused on supporting our health and wellness journey. The event offered access to valuable wellness resources and health screenings. We also provided staff with essential tools for prioritizing their well-being. It was inspirational to see everyone there. We also had our high school night at Pueblo del Sol on October 30th, another event that was very highly received. And the event offered incredible opportunities for our students and families to explore pathways after Isaac. Many of the high schools, both locally and close by in our region, were there. We had over 40 high schools and also partners that were there to connect with our community and help our families get information to help their children and them make decisions on how their journey in education will continue after Isaac. I want to also thank the Pueblo staff that was there and others that helped make this event an amazing time for everyone. And finally, today I had the great pleasure of being with my Student Advisory Council. Thank you, Kimberly Peterson, who I thought I saw here in the audience. She does a wonderful job leading them in their leadership development and facilitating really meaningful engagement with the students. One of the things they worked on today was identifying areas that are of success and of improvement in their schools. So principals, you will be hearing from us on what we can do together to make our schools even better. Thank you, Madam President. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Next item, new business information and discussion action. JB Sutton Elementary School highlight, Mr. Benito Jimenez, principal at JB Sutton Elementary School. Mr. Jimenez.
Good evening, Madam President, members of the school board, Dr. Ventura, and all our community members here in the Isaac School District. Today, I'll be presenting to you all some student assessment data and updated information regarding what we do to support our students here at JB Sutton Elementary. First, we will look at the ASA ELA proficiency data. As reflected in last year's ASA proficiency data, here at JB Sutton, we have clear opportunities to grow and improve in our third grade reading proficiency. To address this, we are prioritizing one-on-one coaching provided by Ms. Hernandez, our academic coach, and instructional support through targeted PLC sessions. These efforts are designed to refine teaching strategies and elevate the overall reading outcomes. Our fourth and fifth grade proficiency levels are already performing above or near the district average, and we are focused on furthering increasing these results to surpass district benchmarks. By fostering collaborative professional learning, utilizing data informal practices, and strengthening support systems, we are confident that our ability to evaluate ELA proficiency and ensure academic growth across all grade levels. Our ultimate goal is to create a foundation where every student excels in literacy, setting themselves up for long-term success. Our ASA math proficiency data looks very promising, reflecting significant progress in paving the way for continued growth. To sustain and build upon these gains, our academic coach, Artosa, and myself will provide targeted support across grade levels, ensuring alignment with the district expectations and strive to exceed them. Through consistent walkthrough feedback and focused discussion during PLC, we aim to refine instructional practices and drive even stronger student outcomes in math. By maintaining this collaborative, data-driven approach, we are confident in achieving excellence in math and across all grade levels. In Azela, we are closely monitoring students who are not yet demonstrating growth in proficiency and implementing further targeted supports to help them reclassify successfully. These supports are thoughtfully embedded in the daily classroom instruction as small group intervention, ensuring that they're both seamless and effective. Our paraprofessionals are focusing on language for learning strategies, specifically designed to build and strengthen student academic language skills. By aligning our efforts to address individual needs, we are committed to not only meeting but exceeding the state average in proficiency, fostering equitable outcomes for all students. Though this, though this comprehensive and intentional approach, through this comprehensive and intentional approach, we aim to empower every student to thrive academically. We are thrilled to share our iReady proficiency data, highlighting significant progress with an improved increase from 10% to 36%, surpassing the district average in both reading and math. This remarkable growth reflects the dedication of our students, teachers, and staff in striving for higher academic growth and proficiency. These gains are a testament of the effectiveness of our focused use of iReady as a tool for personalized instruction and our commitment to student growth and proficiency. By leveraging iReady data to drive intervention and inform instructional decisions, we have been able to target student needs effectively and achieve substantial progress. As we continue to refine our implementation and monitor growth through data-driven strategies, we're confident in our ability to sustain this momentum and achieve even greater success in student proficiency moving forward. Here at JB Sutton Elementary, we empower students to learn, grow, and explore their passion through a variety of programs. From academic supports like Homework Heroes Club, grade level ELA and math help, and tutoring to enrich opportunities such as soccer club, Lego robotics, reptile club, guitar classes, and we create a vibrant community where every student can thrive and succeed. We are overjoyed to welcome our Carl Hayden Latinos in Action Math Support Group here at JB Sutton Elementary. This incredible partnership that is a shining example of what happens when schools come together to invest in success for our students. Once a week for 1 hour, these exceptional high school mentors dedicate their time, energy, and heart to empowering our youngest learners in kindergarten. Through math support, encouragement, and meaningful mentorship, they're planting seeds of confidence and skills that will grow throughout the year and beyond. This year-long collaboration is more than just a program. It's a journey of shared growth and connection, uniting our schools in a mission to create brighter futures. Together, we build a community where every student is supported and every challenge becomes an opportunity. One math session at a time, we're inspiring greatness for all students involved. One of the most popular aspects of PBIS program here at JB Sutton is the Tiger Store, a beloved feature of JB Sutton that has become the cornerstone for promoting positive behavior. Students earn Tiger tickets for demonstrating safety, responsibility, respect, meeting behavioral expectations. These tickets can be redeemed in the Tiger Store for a variety of fun and exciting items. The system not only motivates students, but also teaches them the important life skill such as saving, making thoughtful choices, and understanding the value of their effort. The Tiger Ticket and the Tiger Store have significantly contributed to reducing behavioral challenges and increasing student engagement across the campus. Though through regular data collection and analysis, we have identified patterns to provide targeted interventions and support, meeting the unique needs of individuals and groups. This unified approach with collaboration from our entire staff creates a cohesive environment where all students can thrive. Our recent engagement and a recent family engagement event highlighted a strong partnership between schools and home. As parents and guardians actively participate, showing enthusiasm and asking insightful questions to support their children's learning. Teachers played a key role in fostering this connection by clearly outlining grade level expectations, learning goals, and actionable strategies, ensuring families understand how to help their children succeed at home. The classroom showcases were particularly impactful, providing at- attendees with a firsthand look at teaching strategies and resources, deepening their understanding of how their children are academically supported every day. This collaboration effort strengthens our shared commitment to our students' success. And now we will be recognizing some teachers and staff members from here from our JB Sutton Comunidad.
Miss Cruz, come on up. Congratulations, Miss Cruz. You are an extraordinary librarian whose dedication and passion make a lasting impact on our students and school community. Your ability to create a welcoming and engaging library environment inspires a love for reading and learning in every student who walks through your doors. Beyond the library, your commitment to supporting after school programs demonstrates your dedication to fostering student success and building meaningful connection. Whether it is helping students find the perfect book or guiding them through research projects or organizing enriching activities, your efforts ensure that our library is a vibrant hub of creativity and knowledge. We are so lucky to have you here at JB Sutton.
Los lentes. Congratulations to Ms. Camargo. Camargo. Un aplauso, que se oiga. Your incredible dedication as a crosswalk para and your enthusiastic leadership of Tiger Soar makes a profound impact on our school community. Each day you ensure the safety of our students with care and attentiveness, helping them feel secure as they arrive and leave school. Your work with Tiger Soar brings joy and motivation to our students, creating an excitement opportunity for them to celebrate their hard work and achievement. Your positive attitude and commitment to our students' well-being and success makes you an important part of the JB Sutton Elementary School community. We're so grateful for all the work that you do.
Miss Arriaga. Congratulations, Miss Arriaga. We are thrilled to recognize you for your resilience and hard work and dedication to serving the second grade students and their families here at Sutton. Your inspiring journey is a testament to your commitment, and we are so proud to have you as one of our exceptional teachers. Your impact on our school community is deeply valued, and we look forward to seeing the continued positive influence you bring to our students' learning journeys. Thank you for your efforts and passion for making a difference.
Mr. Lopez. Congratulations to Mr. Lopez. Your exceptional leadership skills and dedication as a fifth grade teacher make you a tremendous member of our JB Sutton Elementary team. Your ability to inspire and guide your students reflects the same passion and commitment you bring to your own professional growth as a teacher, mentor, and aspiring administrator. In the classroom, you create a space where students are challenged, supported, and encouraged to reach their full potential. Beyond that, your leadership shines as you contribute to the school community with vision and determination. We are proud of your accomplishments and excited to see the incredible future that lies for you in your career. Thank you, Mr. Lopez. And now we have an extraordinary student presentation and a student group performance to share with our board. Board, I would ask you to remain in your seats for this one, and then we will proceed after for the second one.
Welcome everyone. Please silence your cell phones because I am about to present. Good evening, Madam President Guzman, Dr. Ventura, Isaac, board members, and student community. My name is Gael Rodriguez Guardado, and I am a kindergarten student here at J.B. Stoughton Elementary School. I am happy that you are here with us tonight. At J.B. Stoughton, we the proud Tigers believe in working together to make our school the best it can be. One of our big school action goals, is to have all of our amazing teachers work together to help students grow. We want every student to keep getting better, just like when we practice and learn new things every day. When our teachers do their very best, it helps give we become stronger learners and makes our school a place where everyone can be succeed.
Very good. Okay.
You know what else is special at JB Stoughton? Our principals visit classrooms to see how well our teachers are teaching. This helps give feedback and support so teachers can keep getting better and better at helping students learn. It's one of the ways we make sure students are learning in the best way possible, and it helps make our school a great place to be. We also know that parents are a big part of our success. At JB Stoughton, parents can take classes to learn more about how to help their children at home. When parents know how to support their kids with reading, math, and other subjects, it makes a big difference. It helps us work together to make sure every student is getting the help they need, both at school and at home. I want to give a special thank you to my mother and father. Thank you, Mama and Papa, for always supporting me, for believing in me, and for helping me to do my best every day. I love you for working hard to make my American dream come true.
Not yet. Almost done. Ya mero.
Finally, I want to say a big thank you to the Isaac School District Board and Dr. Ventura. You're always looking for ways to make our school communities the best in Arizona. We appreciate all that you do to support us. Go Tigers! At this time, I will take any questions from the board.
Is there any question from the board?
President,
Ms. Jimenez?
I just want to say, wow. I think we all need to stand up and deserve an applause to him. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias a ustedes por apoyar a su hijo. Excelente. Y por eso estamos aquí. Gracias por todo. You did amazing. So, Mr. Jimenez, thank you. I wouldn't miss this for the world. I'm going to have to step out in a little bit, but I said I was going to be here. But thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you again. You're their next president right there.
Y una gracia a los padres. También se puede levantar mamá y papá, por favor.
Now, I would like to have the board come sit at the front to watch a performance led by Mr. Paoli and his student performance group. Please sit back and enjoy. Thank you and go Tigers!
el español, pero su hijo logró aprender inglés nomás, a leer así, wow, como espontáneamente. Es algo tan hermoso, ¿verdad? Lo más bello es el apoyo que le dieron sus padres, que le brindaron sus padres cuando estaba practicando. Yo les ofrecí si podía darle la oportunidad al niño presentar y dijeron que sí, lo vamos a apoyar, va a presentar porque tiene un don y ese don se tiene que regalar al mundo. Aquí la comunidad es igual a la mesa directiva. Entonces yo quiero llamar a los padres a darles un certificado por ser tan lindos y también quiero fácil. Y también de parte de la mesa directiva del doctor Ventura les queremos dar una tarjeta de $100 para que, pues, para los chicles o algo ahí, ¿verdad? Pero muchas gracias para Luis Rodríguez. Aquí tiene. Y Yesenia Guardado. Aquí un aplauso aquí los padres. Y también un reconocimiento a nuestro campeón aquí, Gael. Un aplauso a todos. ¡Vamos! Parents, at this time, this concludes our site presentation. You're welcome to stay if you'd like, or to pick up your child. They will be up in the front. Padres, ya terminamos, concluye las presentaciones. Si gustan quedarse, se pueden quedar, o si gustan pasar por sus hijos aquí enfrente, pueden pasar por las puertas de atrás. Muchas gracias por atender. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We're ready? Give them a couple of minutes or?
Yeah, good.
Okay, we're gonna give them a couple of minutes so before to continue the meeting.
You're still getting dropped? I got dropped. Maybe it's our computer. Are they having issues? No.
For Stuart Fisher.
Thank you, so. Thanks, so. What are you doing? Yeah. Both of them fell? Wow. He was a ghost. He's a ghost.
Next item on the board is recommendation to award 2024 RFP-020 for before and after school enrichment service to multiple vendors listed. Ms. Ling Lang, Chief Financial Officer, and Dr. Aaron Harris, Executive Director of Federal Program. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Harris?
Thank you. Good evening, Madam President, members of the Governing Board, Dr. Ventura, the Isaac community. 2024-RFP-020 was issued on September 26, 2024, and was opened by our committee on October 10th, 2024. Our committee consisted of Mr. Dietrich Martinez, Executive Director of Student Services, Ms. Ernestina Aragon, our Program Coordinator, Ms. Priscilla Cañez, Grant Specialist, Ms. Gina Zabo, Moya Elementary School Principal, and myself. As part of our commitment to enhancing student learning experiences and equitable access to opportunities, enrichment opportunities, we reviewed 22 proposals, and we approved 17. We approved the following 17 vendors: Arizona Kids Think 2, Beginner's Edge Sports Training, Bonanza Educational, LLC, Challenge Island, Chess Wizards, Coach B Sports and Fitness, Skyhawk Sports Academy, Code Campus, LLC, Disking for Kids, LLC, EdTech Enrichment, iCook, iSTEM After School, LLC, Juice Life, AZ, LLC, MTF Childcare LLC, Six Step Dance Company, Sticks, Study Smart Tutors, and the Be Kind Project. We ask, Madam President, members of the governing board, that you award 2024 RFP-020 for before and after school enrichment services to multiple vendors listed. Thank you for your consideration and support in advancing our enrichment programs. Are there any questions from the board at this time?
Is there any question from the board? Call for the vote.
Ms. Jimenez, may I please have your verbal vote?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Next item is approval of pay for performance handbook revision for the 2024-2025 school year. Ms. Sylvia Carrizosa, Executive Director of Employee Relations. Dr. Tanya Whiteford, Director of Human Resource. There a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Ms. Carrizosa?
Good evening, Madam President, members of the board, and Dr. Ventura and Isaac community. This evening, thank you for the opportunity for us to be able to present and propose some of these revisions for the pay for performance. Although these revisions are minor, they are both meaningful and necessary, and many of them also reinforce and reiterate some of the expectations already in the handbook. So Dr. Whiteford will expand on these changes, and we appreciate your attention for these proposed revisions. Dr. Whiteford?
Thank you, Ms. Carrizosa. Good evening, Madam President, governing board members, Dr. Ventura, and Isaac community. As Ms. Carrizosa shared, we are here to review clarity and reiterations to the 24-25 Pay for Performance Plan Handbook. Our intent this evening is to ensure transparency and clarity. The first section that we will review from the handbook is for certified staff. The first change is to add language specific to our Isaac preschool staff who use the Teaching Strategies Gold for their yearly student success measure. While this assessment has been used in past years, by adding this language to the handbook allows clarity for the preschool stakeholders. The second bullet seeks to reiterate the language for special areas that their selected grade level is for both reading and math. While this is currently listed in the handbook, further review saw an opportunity to restate this information. The next section of the handbook that has been updated is the other certified section, site-based support. Again, this added language includes the Teaching Strategies Gold performance measure breakdown for those other certified staff that service our preschool, specifically our social worker and psychologist assigned to the Isaac preschool. This slide presents the Teaching Strategies Gold student success measure for certified staff as part of their overall evaluation process. The point allocations and percent breakdowns are presented on this slide for clarity. Before we end, presented before you is a one-page summary that notes the current language on the left and the proposed language updates in yellow on the right. This summary provides transparency and clarity for the recommended updates. That concludes our presentation, and with that, we'll be happy to take any questions that you may have.
Thank you. Is there any question from the board?
Madam President,
Ms. Jimenez?
I just want to make sure the Teacher Association, I always ask these questions if they're okay with it.
Yes, that is correct. We did ensure that we spoke to our association members along with preschool stakeholders.
And if I may, this really, the changes, or actually the proposed revisions, are for the preschool stakeholders, which we know that there was a conversation held with this preschool teacher specifically in regard to these revisions, that this aligns really to the work that they do with the students. So it didn't necessarily have an impact on the greater staff Ms. Jimenez, but definitely we always like to keep all stakeholders informed. But again, this is just to provide clarity, and the preschool individual teachers who are assessed by this or use this assessment are aware. And there was a meeting that we were informed of with those stakeholders.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other question from the board? Call for the vote.
Ms. Jimenez, may I please have your verbal vote?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next item is approval of the electric bus financing and EPA Clean Bus Award utilization. Ms. Ling Lang, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. David Morales, Director of Support Services. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Mr. Morales?
Madam President, members of the board, Dr. Ventura. Tonight we bring before you approval for the electric bus financing. In April of this past year, we were awarded an additional $1,765,000 for 5 additional electric buses. This would include 3 84-passenger buses and then 2 special need buses. However, the award does not cover the full cost of the purchase of the buses, which our portion would be $901,691.67. We're looking at financing that portion, going with a 5-year term. That'll be about $208,844 for the 5-year term. That cost there would also be offset by $200,000 rebate that we would get for each of the buses. So what we ask for you tonight is to approve us to accept the award from the EPA for $1,765,000 and then proceed with the financing the additional amount of $901,691.67.
Thank you. Is there any question from the board? Call for the vote.
Ms. Jimenez, may I please have your verbal vote?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Next item is A through F school letter grade designation. Dr. Lily Mesa Lemas, Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Dennis Lawton, Director of Assessment and Accountability. Information discussions there. Oh no. Ms. Mesa?
Good evening, Madam President, members of the board, Dr. Ventura, and the ISAC community. This evening, we have for you the ISD letter grades. As it has been a steady practice by the Arizona Department of Education, every school and district throughout Arizona gets a school label based on certain criteria. Our goal today is to go over the criteria and share with you our designated letter grades. I would like to introduce Dr. Dennis Lawton, our Director of Assessment and Accountability, who will guide us through the different categories, share with us our letter grades, and I will come back to the presentation and talk to you about what we're doing this year to maintain and improve our letter grades.
Madam President, members of the board, Dr. Ventura, ISAC community, I'm happy to be here this evening to share this data with you on our letter grade. The model that our state uses for the letter grades, you can see there in this pie chart. It's broken into 4 major sections. And the first one, the blue, is 30% of the pie. And those points are awarded for grades 3 through 8 in reading and math. So depending on the proficiency of students in grades 3 to 8 is how those points get allocated. The biggest chunk on the pie chart is the green there is for growth in English language arts and mathematics. So that's the biggest piece, and that's where we get a lot of our points. And then the other two are smaller chunks are English learner proficiency and growth, and then also acceleration points, which relates to our subgroups. Are our subgroups improving along with all of the other students? Okay, here on this slide, you can see, and the example on the left is the state model, and the example on the right is showing one of our schools. So as you look at the data for the school, you can see they got all 50 out of 50 for growth. They got 10 out of 10 for English learner proficiency and growth, and they got all 10 of the acceleration points for the subgroup. So the last area for this site now to make progress is to get more of that 30%, which is the ELA, English Language Arts and Math proficiency. So you can see we got 15.5 of the points out of 30, but we left 14.5 on the table. So in order to get more points going forward, we'll need to improve those proficiency scores. Here on this slide, you can see the data for each site going across. The bar all the way on the left where it says possible, that's the total that we can get, which is 50 if you look at the green, which is growth. And if you follow across, you can see how each site did in terms of getting those 50 points. We had 3 sites that got all 50, and we had 3 more, I think, that had 48 out of the 50. The blue section, again, is out of 30. So you can see we had 2 sites that got 15 or higher this year, and that was that's a new best for us. So we're working to increase our proficiency scores, and you can see going across some sites were 12 or getting close up to 15. The next one, EL proficiency and growth, is out of 10, and again, several of our sites got to 10 points or 8 or 9 of the 10. Okay, and the same for acceleration readiness. The little purplish chunk at the top is bonus points. So several of our sites qualified for bonus points, which it was from special education placement. This graph is showing the points for each site, and we can see the cutoff. So you can see Zito made the cutoff for an A. Mitchell was within a point of the cutoff, unfortunately, so they just barely missed it. And then you can see that 5 sites made the cut for a B. And again, we had IMS, Butler, and Esperanza were all less than a point away from the B. It was really close. And so, and then all of our sites were above the cutoff for a C grade. This is just for some historical context to see kind of the journey that we're on. When we did the letter grades back in 2019, we had 3 sites that were B schools, 3 Cs, and 3 Ds, and 1 F at that time. We didn't have data for 2020 and 2021 because of the pandemic, but when we came back, you can see in 2022 our data looked a lot better. We had a lot of growth coming as the students came back to school. And then for 23 and 24, you can see our data looks fairly close to where it was for both years. And again, if we had just made those single points and several sites, our data would look a little bit better there. So our district gets a letter grade too, as well as the sites. So how they calculate that is, it's like a GPA. For an A, they allocate 4 points. For B, is 3 points. So what they did was they add up the score for each site and then divide by the number of sites, and then that gave us our score, which was, it rounded to 3. So Isaac School District is a B school district on this model.
One thing that is not showing in the slides here is the B rating for our district puts us at the qualifier for that letter grade is highly effective. So a B equals a highly effective. An A is excellent, and a C is performing. So the question might be, what's our plan to maintain and continue to improve as we strive to be an A-rated school district, an excellent district. And I would like to share with you that although the letter grades for last year come this time of the year has already started. Our plans actually began last spring with a heavy focus on a continuous improvement cycles that are centered on looking at data in order to be able to determine all those little pieces that Dr. Dennis Lawton just talked about, and being very strategic about how to plan for those. We truly believe that data can bring us to a better place and also ensure that we're providing high quality instruction to all of our students every single day. So looking at data and our students' present levels so that we can best tailor our instruction is part of that focused work. So data in terms of our end of unit assessments has been critical to this process. You have heard us talk a lot about our benchmark, iReady, that we have our students take 3 times a year. The mid-year is around the corner, and that data will let us know the extent to which our students have been growing since they started with us at the beginning of the year, and the proficiency levels towards end of the year proficiency. Our data is also accessible to us through the subgroup data. And as you heard Dr. Lawton, in our letter grades, we get some points for improving the education and the outcomes for subgroups such as English language learners and students receiving special education services and attendance. So with those data reports, we're also able to drill down to that level. Another important data piece that we follow is student attendance. And first and foremost, our classroom walkthrough data allows us to see and be able to support our educators with providing the best instructional strategies with our students. The cycles of improvement also look like a way for us to engage our stakeholders. In the spring and summertime, leadership teams developed goals for their schools and their departments, and that this semester has trickled down to individual setting goals that are aligned to our bigger goals for the district and for the schools. Increased times when we do progress checks, looking at the data and responding to the data, providing feedback and engaging in data chats. And at this time, I would like to entertain any questions you may have related to our school and district letter grades.
Thank you. Is there any question from the board?
Madam President,
Ms. Jimenez?
Dr. Lilly, thank you for presenting. I had the opportunity of visiting schools, and I commend the teachers, I commend everybody for their hard work, and I know we're working hard, to continue moving forward, and I see the improvements, but I know there's always room for growth. I am going to say that in my walks that I visited, we did walk into some classrooms, and we did not see teaching. And that's where kind of my heart broke. And I truly believe, and I thank you and Dr. Ventura, that you're not only the principals, but you are doing walkthroughs and you are being visible at the schools. I think that makes a lot of difference. I expect, when we walk into a classroom that we see teaching. And I went to a couple of schools and a couple of classrooms, and that wasn't happening. So I thank you for your work, and I know that we're going to continue moving forward. So I know you guys are aware of that, but, we want to see more students, like the student that performed today and talked, that they're already reading. They're in kindergarten, and they're already reading. And I know the data's going to tell us what students we need to work with. So I just want to kind of make that comment and my observation when I went visiting schools. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other question from the board? Thank you. Next item is civic and citizenship engagement field trip highlight and approval of 2025 Washington DC field trip. Dr. Lily Mesa Lemas, Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Kimberly Lee Preston, K-8 Social Studies Strategist. Ms. Mesa?
Madam President, members of the board, Dr. Ventura, Isaac Community, it's me again, Lily Misalema, and this evening I would like to first provide you with an update on our Washington field trip from this past June. So our presentation is in two parts. One is an update on the previous field trip, and then the second part is a request for your approval for a trip this upcoming summer. And to update us on the June field trip 2024, I would like to introduce Ms. Kimberly Preston, our social studies strategist, who has been leading this important effort as we provide this experience of civics and citizen engagement for our students.
Good evening, Madam President, Governing Board members, Dr. Ventura. I am very excited to be here to report that the trip in June of 2024 was a huge success as a culminating activity for our civic engagement program. In this picture, just for your information, our students are on the left-hand side of this photograph. They were grouped with other students from Los Angeles, so they were all in the picture together. So I didn't want you to think that that was how many children we did. We did not have that many children, but they are in that photograph on the left-hand side. In total, we had 26 students attend. We had 4 from Pueblo del Sol, 9 from Isaac Middle School, 12 from Morris K. Udall, and 1 from IOPA. This is all of them on the trip. And they are not holding umbrellas because of the rain. It was because of the sun was very intense and the humidity, and they were trying to stay cool at Arlington National Cemetery. We had 2 chaperones that were on the trip, David Cohenauer and Maria Escobar. And I wanted to highlight to show that the overlap of the many parts of our civic engagement program, 10 of the students that were on this trip out of the 26 were actually members of Dr. Ventura's Student Advisory Council. So we had 2 parts of our program come together. Some of the sites that they visited while they were in Washington, D.C., they did a nighttime tour of the presidential memorials and monuments. They went to the National Archives to see the U.S. Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. They also got to go to 2 of the Smithsonian's, the American History Museum and as well as the African American Museum. They did go to the Holocaust Museum as well, which is separate from that. And they did visit Arlington National Cemetery and saw the changing of the guards and several other highlights of the cemetery. They also, as a part of the program that we chose as Isaac School District, and that's not true of all the programs that are out there, the program we chose, the company actually has the children do workshops and seminars while they're there. And some of them that they did were the roles of citizens, what makes a good law. They did a mock Congress simulation. They also did a study and visit of the World War II Memorial and the Martin Luther King Memorial.
Thank you. So the second part of this presentation is a request for our approval. We're proposing sending another group of students to Washington, D.C. This summer in June 2025, again, as part of that civics and citizenship engagement experience. The cost of this proposed field trip is estimated between $2,157 to $2,282 per student. That will include 1 adult that is covered by every 10 students that are attending. The cost of the second chaperone is estimated to be half of the cost of a student. So the proposal is for between 15 to 30 students. We have 2 funding sources, one that has been secured through facilities rental, so 15 students we can fund, and then up to 30 based on donations. And that will be the cost that you see there will be the approximate amount based on the number of students that we send. As it has been the practice in the past, there's a student application process that consists of an essay that is scored through a rubric, 2 teacher recommendations, again using a standardized form that are focusing on academic standing for the student, and 1 administrator recommendation, also through a standardized form that measures behavior and involvement in school. As was the case through our update for last summer, there is a very heavy agenda of various activities that the students will be engaged. The other part that was not necessarily mentioned is that the adults, the chaperones, also participate in workshops. So they're learning and engaging alongside with the students. And at this time, as you consider our request for approval of this field trip, may I entertain any questions?
Is there any question from the board? Is there a motion to approve this field trip? Is there a second? Call for the vote.
Ms. Jimenez, may I please have your verbal vote?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next item is consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the whole consent agenda? Is there a second? Call for the vote.
Ms. Jimenez, may I please have your verbal vote?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Next item is called to the public. Is there any call to the public?
Madam President, at this time, there is no request to address the governing board.
Thank you. Next item is information. We have a enrollment at 5,066. Calendar is the Heart of Isaac Resource Day is November 21, 2024. Education Support Professional Day is November 20, 2024. Substitute Educator Day is November 22nd, 2024. Thanksgiving Recess, November 27 to the 29th, 2024. National Special Education Day, December 2nd, 2024. Next governing board meeting will be at 5 p.m. Thursday, December 12th, 2024 at Morris K. Udall Middle School, located at 3715 West Roosevelt Street, Phoenix, Arizona. And then our next item is executive session. Approval to convene executive session governing board discussion related to David Kanzan property. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Call for the vote.
Ms. Jimenez, may I please have your verbal vote?
I'm not gonna be part of executive session, so I'm gonna refrain from my vote. So I'm gonna not be part of it. So I'm not gonna be on the call anymore.
Okay, thank you. So at this time, we're heading to executive session. Thank you for coming. to end executive session
So moved.
and reconvene regular session.
Second.
Call for the vote. Motion carries. There are no objection, meeting adjourned. Thank you.